Hi everybody, welcome to the video editing tutorial in our Accelerated Broadcast Club curriculum online learning course. So in this video, we're going to talk about the value, not just of sports and live streaming sports and athletics, which we talked about in our last video, but creating a highlight reel and using the video editing skills that your broadcast club can deploy to get more out of the live streams that you've produced over the course of a semester or the year, maybe going back even a couple years deep and digging out those gems from all those great broadcasts and creating an awesome highlight reel. So to do this, we're going to use Adobe Premiere. As you know, we've been using the Adobe Creative Cloud for students for this, and that includes Photoshop. We looked at Photoshop. We looked at After Effects for creating animations, and now we're going to look at Premiere for doing some high-level editing. So let's look at Premiere really quickly so you can understand the way that it works. So we are in the editing area, right? This is the editing template for Premiere. And what this gives us is a video asset bin. So this is where we can put all of our videos and we drag and drop them right in and give them time to load up. We have a video preview selection area, which is where we can look at our video before we decide which clips we want to jump into our timeline. And then, of course, we've got our timeline here, which is where most of our editing and slicing happens. And then we've got our whole preview here, which is controlled by the timeline. So that's a quick look at it. Now, when we're looking at our video preview area, this is what this was, right? So that is this, okay? So this is where we can mark in and out selections of specific clips that we want to create. And I got a tip for you if you're doing sports. So if you are editing a sports video and there is a scoreboard, and we'll talk about scoreboards in a little bit actually later, but let's say the score is 1-2. I wish there was a scoreboard here, but there's none on this specific slide. You can scrub the video with your timeline slider there and look for when the score changes. Then you know something happened. Somebody scored, somebody made a basket, and we want to capture that specific portion of the clip. So what we do is we mark one part in and then another part out, and then we can drag either the video or just the audio into our main section, which would be the timeline right here. Okay? So that's the way it works, and we're going to go ahead and dig into Premiere right now, and I'm going to show you how to create a cool video edit. So right here, here's my timeline. I'm dragging and dropping here, and I'm looking at some footage of the SAR Broadcast Club here. You can see we've got our preview up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some clips, and I'm going to edit them a little bit as well. At the bottom here, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and look at this clip right here. And let's say we can hit the play button. And let's say that we think this clip is just a little bit too long, this clip here. It's a nice clip of Ian. Ian is one of the Broadcast Club video production operators. And let's say, okay, we've spent enough time with Ian. We want to cut to this clip a little earlier, this next clip, Basketball 4. So what we'll do is we'll use the razor tool here and we'll cut that clip. Also go down here and cut this background music clip that I have as well. And we're going to delete that clip and delete the space between that clip. And now we've got a nice shorter clip. So essentially what happens here is that we're trying to create a highlight reel, or you can do whatever you want, obviously, but we're trying to make these clips line up in a way that makes sense. So we don't want it to be a super long video, at least not this project. So we're going to cut the next clip as well. So we're going to cut this one here, then delete the end portion. And that's generally what it ends up being is a good amount of cutting and clipping and bringing things together. We can even kind of bring things backwards and forwards and realign everything until we get exactly what we want. Now let's look at pulling in a new clip. So let's say we've got this clip over here. This is a highlight clip. Let's do this one here. Okay, we've got this one here, and we just want a small portion of it. So we're going to mark one portion in, we're going to mark one portion out, and then we're going to drag that clip over here. Now, this is an interesting clip because it's upside down. I actually had my GoPro set up improperly. So we'll double click this clip and we'll go into Effect Controls And we'll go ahead and rotate it 180 degrees because we need that to be obviously the right way up, right? So there we go, boom. And we've got a clip there. So that's the way it works. You obviously should take a full tutorial in Premiere, but the value of these highlight reels and these clips is incredibly important. And then I'll just show you quickly that we would just hit File, Export, and Media. And that would be the way that we would export it. Now, that's just a really great idea. Take a look at my interview from the Joseph DeCorda, the athletics director at SAR High School, and hear from him about how important it has been to get these live streams for the athletics team, for individual athletes, to learn and really look at the video footage and see how they can improve, create highlight reels. It really makes the whole school spirit and the pride in the athletics department really increase. And it's all because of the broadcast club. So it's something we can be really proud of as people in the broadcast club space. Thanks for watching this video. Our next one will be what it's like to pursue a career in video production.